G'day. Welcome to Five Pines. I'm Carrie Ann, Mummy. We are in quarantine, obviously because of this coronavirus that's going around. So this is called KEZ Can Cook, quarantine style on a budget. And welcome, we're gonna do quarantine cooking with KEZ, because everyone's in bloody quarantine, aren't they? Sucks. Anyways, so today we're going to cook some creamy bacon fettuccine on a budget, because everyone's on a budget, because we've got those hoarders, you know, those stupid idiots. Anyways, so we have, obviously we have a fry pan to cook the food in, or at least the mixture, the creamy mixture. Then we have a pot with boiling water already done. We have the ingredients here. We have mushrooms. We have our fettuccine here. We keep it locked and sealed. We have our bacon. KEZ is cooking. Without this is not KEZ's cooking. This is in all my cooking, so get used to that one. We have cream, oil, knocking shit over, curry powder because we love curry here, so and pepper because pepper's always, you know. We have an onion and we have some fresh garlic. Yeah, look at the sharp as. I need my mortar and pestle as well, or pestle, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Who cares? First and foremost, let's chop the mushrooms. Mushrooms. And because I am an OCD freak in some respect, I need to put it on a plate. Okay, right. This is the onion that we're not going to chop right now. This is the mushroom. I don't like this shit here, so I'm going to take that off. Right. So you slice it. See, like that? Slice. About that kind of width. And they're both different. Who cares? So you get about, I don't know, I say maybe about 6 of those in the dish, sliced. Patience. And I don't like the pre-prepared cut shit already because that's already been handled by someone else, so no. This big one, holy dolly, look at that. So by the way, I'm not actually a professional cook, I'm just some housewife that feeds 5 mouths every single day of the week, and that's why I have these massive bags under my eyes, but someone has to feed us, don't they? Alright, let's get into the other fresh vegetables before we actually chop the bacon, because you don't want to mix those. With the onion, obviously you cut that off, and that onion, shit. This is a better onion, woohoo! So obviously you take off the brown stuff and you cut the onion in half. So we're going to dice this so it's smaller. So what I generally do when it comes to dicing is I put about 1 centimetre apart chops. And then I go this way and do about 2 of those in there like that. Let's do the other one before we start crying. Won't that look lovely? And with this one, because it is a smaller half, there's only 1 incision. So then you go like that. See? Not professional. Not chef. Make sure you keep them fingers away. Right. So there you go. It's what 1 whole chopped onion may look like. I'll put that on the plate because of my OCD crap. Get it off. Look at this stuff I have to go through for you guys. I'm crying, come on. Enough of that, let's get into the garlic now. So this is Australian garlic. We love garlic in this house. So I usually try to go with about at least half or 3/4 of the globe. Garlic's really good for you. And it makes my husband flatulent and he pongs so bad. So I have tears in my eyes, but anyhow, this is what Australian garlic looks like. It's got a purple tinge. You know, it's not bleached like what they have in the other countries. So what I usually do, the bottom part that grows, that part there, I cut it off. And then my eyes are watering from the friggin' onion. So usually if you cut the bottoms off with Australian garlic, Australian mate, it peels off, see? And they're nice and big like shallots. Well, not shallots, I can't remember what it's called now. We now have all the garlic peeled. So what I do to bash the crap out of it to help it is put salt in, because it makes it more of a base, like sand, say, like that. So it's easier to crush. Plus it gives extra flavouring in the food itself. Ready? Like that. This is where I vent all my frustration from the day. That means husband, kids, driving me mental. I have grey hair somewhere in there, you probably can't see, but I have grey hair. And yes, so other than walking, this is my other way of venting from the day. So now this is done, the bashing of the garlic. We're going to chop up some bacon. Now you don't have to use all of this. This is 1 kilo and that would be too much. You probably look like the animal it originally came from. See, if you ate that, that's like a big chunk of a pig, eh?
Like a kilo.
Shut up. Alright, so I've got 2 rashers there. I might go for 4. So with this, I'm going to cut the rind off because the rind is not suitable for this dish. No technique, just cut the crap off. See? Lovely job there, Carrie Ann. Wonderful. Yep, sweet as. Whoops, got most of the crap off there. Okay. Alrighty, so that's that done. Looks so great. What I like to do to make it a bit easier is I like to cut it into thirds. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Then that way you can put it all on top of one another and cut the crap out of it. Like that. Chop, chop, chop. So we've cut it one way, let's cut it the other. So like little squares, chop chop. And there we have it. Because of quarantine, what we now have to do is wash our hands. 20 seconds, make sure you do. So before I prepared all of that, I should have actually put the pasta on, but anyway, that doesn't matter. So let's put the pasta on now. Now what I'm going to do, now there's always a thing if you put salt or if you put oil into the water to boil your pasta. And I put oil just because it separates them and I don't give a shit. Okay? So this is fettuccine from Aldi. That costs about $1.50. Talking a budget here. So let's put this into the water and make sure you turn the thing on. I had to put a bit more because I am feeding a house of 5. As you know, we are the 5 Pines, obviously 5 family members. So that's why I always cook a lot of food. So we'll push that in once it's a little bit more soaked into the pasta. Now this is brown rice oil that I actually bought from Golden Circle. It actually cost $4 because it was on clearance. So you know what? Budget! So we've got our spoon and our tongs. So that'll mix it around once you put the pasta in. So as you can see, this is now starting to be able to absorb the water. we can start on the frying of the bacon and doing the creamy sauce. First of all, you put oil in the pan. Now, not much, because you've actually got bacon there that's full of oil and not natural fats. So let's put that in there. That didn't cut through properly, did it? What we are doing here is we are browning off the bacon, and then all the flavors from the fat will be in the oil and in the pan. So make sure that you get this nice and brown and almost crispy. So we're going to add in the garlic now that we bashed up. And just mix that. So as you can now see, the garlic has become a little bit more translucent. It's not as bright yellow white. And the bacon has become a little bit more crispier. So what we're going to do now is add in the onion and the mushroom together. Once again, you're mixing this all together. Oh, looking good. So, as I said, as per KEZ's kitchen, this lovely sauce is actually like the seasoning, the Maggi seasoning sauce. So it's a bit of a soy sort of a taste. This is bought from the Korean shop here, which it costs about $3 something a bottle. So, I mean, in relation to Maggi, which is $5 for a tiny little bottle, budget, mate, budget. So we pour a little bit of that in. That's enough. So put some pepper. We grind some pepper in. So I'd say about 4 grinds. Some curry powder. Now we all know what sort of price points these are, so I don't need to explain that to you. A bit of that. A bit of extra flavouring, why not? And we stir. Now, as you can see, it's mixing really nicely, and if you could only smell through the camera, you'd be like, oh my god, oh my god. So let's check the pasta. Just make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom. And the final part of this sauce mixture is obviously the cream. So this isn't really a healthy meal that we're doing today. It's full of carbs and cream, and you know what? Who cares? We're in quarantine. Let's just make sure that we're fed properly. And ta-da! So now we are just mixing all of that mixture together, making sure that everything from the bottom is also rubbed into the mixture. So make sure that you run your spoon over it, so then that way all that flavouring will be in the actual sauce. So as you can see, the sauce is no longer white. It's got a yellowish texture to it, not texture, colouring, and the texture will become a bit more thicker once the pasta's in there. Pasta's now cooked, so we're going to put the pasta into the sauce mixture. Just be careful because it's all hot. So, I like to use the tongs to mix the sauce mixture in with the pasta. Smells divine. So I'm just going to turn that down now to the lowest heat, just so it can form its flavouring to the pasta. Now, as you can see, it looks quite nice. And it's not the big bucks you pay in a restaurant or takeaway, which is all we can do at the moment. It probably cost all of about $15, and then divide that by 5. It's like $3 per serve. So you know what? Budget in Australians, let's do it. So I hope you enjoyed my first cooking skit, and I'd like to see you back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna cook tomorrow. It comes to my mind early in the morning because I'm like, what am I gonna feed these people?
Tasty, and I love it. Yay.
So final product, it's delicious.
What do you say to Mum for dinner?
Thank you.
What do you say to Mum for dinner?
Thank you, Mum, for making dinner, and I love Mummy's cooking.
Thank you, Mummy.